وذكر فإن الذكرى تنفع المؤمنين.
Brothers and sisters, the irony of ironies, wallahi, the irony of ironies. The same movement, the same strand of, social justice and whatnot, who believe that there are more than two genders, who believe that the whole gender is a social construct. Look at their discourse about race and about ethnicity. They say that race and ethnicity is a social construct, which is actually true. There is no such thing as race. My brown skin color, you're black, you're white. If I were to take a blood sample, you couldn't tell my skin color. Race really is a social construct. Ethnicity really is something that changes every few centuries. My ancestors 500 years ago are going to be totally different from my children, grandchildren 500 years from now. Race and ethnicity and social class are 100% constructed by mankind. That much is clear, right? Okay, now go to the same crowd and say, I want to choose my race. Race, which is a social construct. Ethnicity, which is a figment of the imagination. You cannot tell everybody's ethnicity by their facial features. We all know this. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you're mistaken. Race, ethnicity, social hierarchy. Who's a royal family? Who's born into a kingdom? This is completely arbitrary. This is a social construct. Okay, go to the same movement that wants to tinker with gender and say to them, let's tinker with an actual social construct. Let somebody who's of a white skin color identify as from African heritage. Let somebody who's from the Far East identify as Caucasian. Let somebody who's born into a poor family identify as being from the royal kings of Norway. Let the descendants of a royal dynasty, you must announce me by my pronoun, Her Royal Highness, that's got to be my pronoun. What will the same movement say? Have you lost your mind? Or, how dare you, that's insulting. Social appropriation, misappropriation. You have no right to claim your ethnicity is different than what you are. You have no right to claim your class, your social hierarchy is different than what you are. This is social misappropriation. So subhanallah, we say you're right, you're absolutely right. Yes, I have no right to claim that I am Caucasian or I am of African heritage or my heritage is Indian Pakistan. You're absolutely right. But then, when we acknowledge that this race and ethnicity is 100% man-made, then we are telling you go beyond this and go to that which is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do not tinker with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has gifted you. Brothers and sisters, Iblis threatened Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Iblis threatened Allah. And he said, because of what you have done, I will misguide all of these people. لَأُغْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. And Iblis said to Allah, the majority of them will be unthankful. And you know what Iblis said? وَلَآمُرَنَّهُمْ فَلَيُغَيِّرُنَّ خَلْقَ اللَّهِ. I'm going to misguide them and command them to the extent they will change the way that you created them. They're going to disfigure their own selves. فَلَيُغَيِّرُنَّ خَلْقَ اللَّهِ. They're going to change the way you created them. O Muslims, what bigger disfiguration is there? What worse mutilation is there? Did not Iblis say he would do this, and we see this happening here? What greater disfiguration when the gift that Allah has given you, you reject it and say, no, I will cut my own member off. I will disfigure my own body. And I think this is something that is praiseworthy. Brothers and sisters, we should not tinker with the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What this movement is doing, it is playing God. And you cannot play God with the creation of God because you are not God. What this movement is doing, it is implementing the misguidance of Iblis and rejecting the guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we seek Allah's protection from this misguidance, and to Him we turn.